What most people fail to realize is that a website project is never just a website. There's much more to the website, right? And what I mean by that is that there are different facets. Okay, so there's the website and then there's social media. There are a lot of things connected to your website. So you have to think of it this way. You have your customer journey, you have your customers out there, and they're going to hit your website. Your website is like a brick and mortar or a building or a store in the mall, if you will. But how are they getting there? How are you communicating with them? So you're going to be communicating with them by email, by social media accounts. You're going to be communicating to them through text. There are different methods of connecting to your customer. And that's something that I help with. That's something that I help coach people on all the time. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions too, is a set it and forget it website. It's one thing to have a website. So let's just say we want to create a website. I can give you any example, and there it is. There's your website. But how are people going to find out about it? How are you going to let people know about your existence? You need to get the name out there. You need to get the word out there. We need to socialize. We have to let people know about who you are and what you do and about what your product or service or business is about. And, some of the best ways of doing that is on social media. And that's one of the things that I really focus on and I really emphasize is that it's an online presence or a digital presence or a modern. It's just so difficult because you almost hate to call it a website because it's just completely experiential. When you're trying to connect to customers, it doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, think of Amazon, think of Google, think of Apple, think of any store, think of everything you do nowadays. It's all done digitally. You're doing it on your phone, you're doing it on a tablet, you're doing it on a laptop, you're doing it on a computer. You're constantly engaging. We're having Zoom conferences now more than ever, and other platforms or whatever to communicate with one another. Um, I help people set up courses and classes now, where you have educational classes, you have spiritual institutions, nonprofit organizations that are doing classes, exercise, yoga studios, martial arts studios, and so on, doing online courses and programs that you can do online where you can sign up now and you can engage in all kinds of stuff digitally. It's an experience. I personally believe, I really feel this way, is that, you go on TV now, you almost don't even want to call it a TV, right? We have Netflix, we have Disney, we have Hulu, we have so many apps now that we can watch stuff on TV. It's an experience. Well, it's the same way nowadays with online. And that's what I try to do. So when I'm working with a customer, client, or an individual on their personal website, I try to make that I try to explain it that way is that you want to have an overall experience, a broad experience, not just a website, not just social media, but it's a whole collective experience. And that's really, really important. Another important factor in business is social media. A lot of people, a ton of people, in fact, I'd say most people have a terrible misconception about social media. They think that social media is something that happens automatically, or they don't think they need social media. I think it's split in two, in my opinion. Is you have one group of people that say, I don't need social media. I've never gotten a dime out of social media. That's just garbage. That's just nonsense. And what I try to do is I coach people and show them and tell them the importance of social media. They're missing out. I mean, social media is more or less free advertising, right? I mean, you have millions of people on this platform, or multiple platforms, millions of people. They're just out there. They're constantly on social media, constantly. They're constantly walking around with these devices in their hand on social media. And if you think that they're not, you are making a huge, huge, terrible mistake. That's number one. That's one group of people that says, I don't think social media is important at all. That is a big, big no-no. That's a huge mistake. Now, along with that is appropriate social media. Like, which social media platform do you use? You have to use the appropriate platform. Okay. Because, for example, Facebook nowadays is more or less for older folks. Okay. Parents, grandparents, those types of things, friends, cousins, relatives, that type of thing, but not always. Where LinkedIn is completely professional, completely business related, but there are exceptions to either platform. But I'll go through that later because each platform has a very specific strategy in mind. And that's really important, as well as keeping your eye on the ball, like what's coming down the road, what's important. There was a time when everyone thought TikTok was a joke and it was for young people that just want to watch, oddball videos. And now it's, one of the largest, if not the largest platform in the world right now. But there's an appropriate way to approach social media. Okay, so let me go back to the two pods, the two groups of people, the two buckets. You have the people that say, nah, social media is garbage. I don't need it on one side. And then on the other side, I'll put it into how to use social media, and they don't know how to use social media. I can't tell you the number of people that, especially professionally speaking, that use social media once in a while. They do like a post a month and expect to get results. And that is a terrible, terrible mistake. Now, I hate to say this, but you have to do social media posting on a regular basis. The more, the better. And the right timing too. It's not just throwing stuff out there, but you regularly want to engage your audience. You want to do social media posts pretty regularly. At a minimum, an absolute bare bones minimum would be once a day, but then twice a day, 3 times a day, in my opinion, 6 to 12 posts a day of really good quality content is the most successful method you'll get on social media. And you can recycle too. You can create a lot of the same content across multiple social media platforms. But good quality content, engaging content is really important. So what does that mean? Engaging content would be something like a white paper. It could be an article. It could be a blog article. It could be a video, an animation, and podcast. Those three things I work a lot on nowadays, doing a lot of custom video work. If you've seen my personal social media accounts where I do, wellness and mindfulness and meditation, martial arts videos, and those kinds of things, those get a lot of results, and I provide those for free. I don't do that. That's sort of like a passion of mine that I do, but that's highly consumable video and animation. So I do a lot of animation work too, infographics, interactive media, all that kind of stuff. People love it. Think about yourself. I mean, what do you like to engage in? That's the kind of content that you want to produce for people when it comes to your business or product, especially. I mean, if you have a product, if you have like a hand lotion and you want people to know about it, you should be doing that post regularly, at least 2 to 3 or 4 videos of a day of your product and how to use your product. Use it on your face, use it on your hands, use it, whatever. Content, but good quality content on the right social media platform, and enough of it regularly, using the right hashtags, using the right descriptions, using the right thumbnail images with the right wording on top of the thumbnail images. All of these things are really important, and what I teach when it comes to implementing social media. So, the bottom line is social media is huge. It's going to continue to get even bigger, especially with AI technology. It's not that far around the corner, folks, where people are going to start to be able to talk. I'm already seeing it where, for example, if I want a graphic designer, I can ask an AI service for the graphic design service to help me with something. I'm actually setting stuff up on my end now. I'm actually implementing a lot of AI on my end now to help customers get the content they need faster and better. It's here and it's ready. So don't fall behind on that. You have to accept it and say, hey, how do I engage? And that's what I do. So, when I talk to people and I coach people and I counsel people, especially businesses, I meet with them, I go over all that stuff and I show them how and why. But I'm just trying to help people understand this simply, make it simple for people to understand because it can be really, really complex. So, for example, when I work with small businesses to help them level up to become a better business, I try to make it really simple. I try to set up a real basic, simple website that's really easy to work on. It's affordable. It's not too expensive. Make it look really, really nice. Help them get some good quality content, some video work in there, maybe, and then connect the appropriate social media accounts. But then what I do is I really try to emphasize how important it is to really get out there, get your name out there, get your word out there, and regularly go on social media. I can't say that enough. And I think most experts would agree how important social media is to every single business there is, period. Sometimes people just want a simple solution. They don't want the complex. And that's one of the reasons that most people they fail to act is it's too complex. They don't know what to do, or they say, "Ah, just why bother? It's too time consuming. It's going to be too complex." And that's what I do. I try to help businesses make things real, real simple. I like to get things done and I like to help others get things done. I really thrive on that. And so that's pretty much what I do. I meet with businesses on a regular basis. I coach and counsel businesses and individuals. I always have that two-prong approach. People that know me know this, where it's like I help businesses achieve success and I help personalities and people achieve success. If you're struggling with a personal issue, be it depression, anxiety, or limitations where you're just not being your authentic self, I help people achieve that. I love that stuff. That's what I thrive on, but I also thrive on business. I help businesses succeed. That's the bottom line. I help businesses achieve higher levels of success. And I do it with a very fundamental, honest approach. I definitely keep it simple, but if it needs to get complex, I can definitely help with the complex matters. I'm working with a couple different businesses right now, global businesses where they have some global products that they're trying to develop, and they've been struggling with their agencies that they've been working with because they make it way too complex. I try to drill through that, just go right through that and get them what they need faster, better, cheaper, just to get it done. So it's like, if you want to get it done, then I'm definitely the right guy to talk to because I'm applying over 35 years, 35 plus years professional experience to get this stuff done. It's just what I love to do. So if you're looking to partner with somebody to help you get things done in your business, I'm absolutely positively the right person to talk to, because even if it's something we don't connect on, and I don't help you with your website or your infographic or your ebook or help you publishing books or whatever it is you need, I still have the privilege of talking to you and learning from you and then bouncing ideas back and forth because I believe that the whole world is sort of unified. We're all in this together. We all want to succeed. We all want to do better. We all want to achieve great things and help other people. So it's always a win-win for me. I love to help businesses. I love to help people. I kind of leave it at that. And then, by the grace of God, if something becomes even more intense and, becomes a project out of that, I'm grateful for that as well and appreciative of that. And that's what I love to do. I love to help you, your business, or your person thrive and become the better version of yourself. I think a lot of people give up on good quality media and good quality content. With all of the nonsense, all of the crap and garbage out there on the internet, I think a lot of people are failing to produce good quality content. And good quality content means video, it means animation, it means podcasting, it means audio work, um, quality white papers, quality ebooks, publishing, all of the content bits, interactive media. I'm doing a lot of interactive media, so it's not just a PDF document; it's an interactive PDF document. Digital media online. I'm helping people produce mini documentaries and mini films. I'm helping people produce books. I'm helping, actually, I've been doing a lot of publishing work, getting magazines, booklets, and books published on Amazon and other platforms. Media, 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 and trying to get good quality media in the right hands. A lot of you have a really important voice or a really important product or a deliverable that you really want to get across to people. And that's what I love to do, is to help you create content that's good for your audience. It's really, really important to do that, because everything you do in your business, or even in your personal life too, I help a lot of people. Even myself, producing and, publishing my own books and things is, it's just a passion. I love doing it. It's awesome. You publish a book, you sell a few books here and there, and it's just a really, really good feeling. So you can do that personally as well as professionally. And it feels really good when people download your white paper or they watch your video. I just worked with a client recently who had literally tens of thousands of hits on their video. That's the kind of success I love to see for them. I'm happy for them. And I want them to continue to produce those types of things, because they're connecting with their customer, they're selling more product, they're growing as a business, they're changing people's lives. That's just awesome stuff. So don't underestimate the value of good quality content, because good quality content means people really want it, people engage in it, and it really changes and shapes their lives, because they're purchasing it for a reason and they want to come back to you. So that content helps you connect to your customer. And so don't underestimate the power of really good quality content, because it can really change your business, and it represents you. It's kind of like how you dress, how you present yourself, and how you present your business. If you produce crappy content, people are going to be turned off. And it just takes one person nowadays to be turned off your business and turn off many other people to your business. You can't afford to do that. So make good quality content regularly. The customer journey. What is the customer journey? The customer journey is every single person that you want to come to your business. And I always use the example or the metaphor of the lobby. And you want people to come into your front doors. So you want to decorate your front doors a certain way to attract people into your lobby. They come into your lobby. Now, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go right? Do you want them to go left? Do you want them to go through 4 different doors, 3 different doors? Think of it psychologically. Where do you want your customers to go? That's ultimately what it is the customer experience, the customer journey. It's very, very important, where we bring your customer. So I think that's the most important thing to think of when it comes to your business, is that customer journey. What do we want them to do, and why do we want them to do it? It's critical. And just try to imagine an imaginary door before the door, the sign on the door that's going to attract your customer. What's going to make them look at the door? What's going to make them open the door? What's going to make them walk in? Now, where do you want them to go next? And then what experience do you want them to have after that? So when they go through each door, they're going to have a certain experience, right? We want to focus on that experience. We want to make sure people go through whatever door they choose, that they're going to have an awesome experience. Because then guess what? They're going to say, hey, to their friends, come on, I want you to come through the door and join us. We want them to become raving fans. Think of everything you love. It's because you love the brand, the product, the organization, whatever it is you like. You love it. And that's what we're trying to do in business and personally too. We want to become the best versions of ourselves, and we want to become the best versions of our business, so that we can attract the appropriate amount of customers that are really geared for your business. That's the key. And doing that consistently, consecutively, and do it with energy, and do it with passion, and do it with integrity, do all that stuff just the best you possibly can, and you're going to grow bounds, leaps and bounds. So think about the customer journey and how important that is, right? Always remember the customer journey. And if you consider that journey, it's going to shape your business perfectly, and you're going to keep your customers very, very happy.